Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another drop list video, the series where I cover all the items that are releasing in a specific week for various different streetwear brands. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering everything that is releasing in week 11 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2023 collection. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, it is that time of the week again. Time to cover the latest weekly drop of the latest Supreme season. And as mentioned in that intro, it is week 11 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2023 season. And in today's video, we'll cover the release details, all the official images and all the pieces releasing this week, and my thoughts and opinions on the individual pieces and the week as a whole. How do we cover all that? What are we going to use? Well, like every other drop list video, we're going to be using the Supreme community page to cover those release details, to cover all those images of all the individual pieces and all that good stuff. Let's head on over there now and we'll start covering the release details for week 11. So here we are at the Supreme community page that we're going to be using today, guys. I'll link it down in that description section below if you want to vote on the items yourselves. But we'll quickly cover those release details for week 11, and then we'll dive into the individual categories over here and we'll start covering the week. So all the items releasing in week 11 are going to be releasing on the 2nd of November 2023. Quite obviously. They'll have an online release 11 AM Eastern Standard Time in the US, 4 PM British Standard Time for the UK, and 5 PM Central European Standard Time for the EU. Now, 2 days later, on the 4th, on the Saturday, Japan and Korea get a drop as well. 11 AM Japanese Standard Time in-store and online, but that is all the regions that are going to be getting a release of this week 11 drop. If you guys have any further questions on when and where it's dropping, drop them in the comment section below and I'll help you out the best I can. But now that we've covered the when and where, we've got to cover the what. Let's get into it. Let's start by talking about the shoes that are releasing for week 11. Well, all of one pair of shoes, but it is a collaboration with Nike. They have been doing collaborations with Nike for a while now on some Air Force Ones. They traditionally do them in either a black or white color or even a wheat color, but this time around for week 11, we get a chocolatey kind of brown for this week. And it's not my favorite color, but it is cool to see this collaboration ongoing and to see other colors release in this Air Force One. I think I'd still go for, well, actually, like, the Air Forces that I like, they get a little bit more exciting in the colors. Like, I like two-tone Air Forces and sometimes even 3 colorway Air Forces. When they're single-colored, there's a lot of other single-colored shoes that I would prefer to wear over some Air Forces. You know, like, I just feel like the silhouette looks better when you throw a couple colors on it. But anyway, that's getting sidetracked. How do I feel about the brown one? It's okay. It's alright. I'm probably going to give it a thumbs up, more for just like, I'm happy to see this collaboration ongoing and keen to see more colors releasing in the future. Moving into the sweatshirts, which is sometimes my favorite category. I used to say all the time, but there are weeks where these sweatshirts are very much a disappointment. Let's see if this week is that case. First up, we've got the brushed zip-up hoodie. It's a striped, brushed, so it's gonna have like it's not gonna be extremely furry, but it's gonna have a little texture to it. Like, you can rub your hand along it and you'll be like, ooh, it's a little bit furry, but yeah, I don't like the stripes. The brushed texture is fine, but I think we got a bit too much going on here. The colors aren't hitting for me. I'm gonna leave it as a thumbs down on that one. Next, we've got the small box logo draw cord hooded sweatshirt. So the emphasis on this one, the reason that I guess they're making sure that we know that it's a draw cord hooded sweatshirt is not because Supreme hoodies don't come without draw strings. I think with this one, it's to emphasize that the drawstrings are cords, so they're a lot thicker, they're a lot bulkier. Okay, cool. It's a slight change to the classic small box logo hoodie. That's fine, that's okay. It still comes in a lot of nice color offerings. No dramas with that. I'll give that one a thumbs up as well. Next we have the Shop small box hooded sweatshirt. So it's a combination. It has a small box logo on the left breast. It's got the Shop details on the chest. And then it comes in a variety of different colors. I would have liked just a small box logo hoodie in the variety of colors we're getting here, instead of on top of that also getting the Shop location and whatnot on the chest. You guys are really feeling it. I think I'm leaning more towards the draw cord one as my favorite one for this week than the Shop one. But maybe you feel differently. I'm gonna put that one as a thumbs down. Let me know which one out of the two you prefer. But I think, like I said, I'll stick to the draw cord one this week. Moving into the accessories, we have two releasing this week. We have a leather keychain featuring some very iconic iconography on the front of it. Coming for $38. It's a nice little keychain. I'm not too much on the religious imagery, but some people will get around it. But I do just think the colors of it are quite nice. It's nice to have a leather keychain. I'll give it a thumbs up, but I wouldn't catch myself spending that kind of money on, I guess, a religious keychain for myself. Next we have probably one of the big items that everyone's getting really excited about. We'll click into it to get the full details. So it's a Supreme rotary hero sticker bricks stool side table. A lot of people are misinterpreting this. They're like, whoa, 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 is it just like huge amounts of stickers like stacked on top of each other? Am I gonna get like 500 stickers if I buy this thing? No, it's a poly resin stool / table, and here's the measurements here and the weight. So it's meant to look like you're getting 500 stickers, but it's actually just a cool little table. I don't know if it's actually made out of 500 stickers then just covered in poly resin, or if it's just, you know, plastic made to look like 500 stickers. I don't know which scenario it is. It's probably the latter. I can't imagine that they would waste like, well, 500 is probably a low estimate. This is probably like 1,000 stickers. They probably wouldn't waste 1,000 stickers, cover it in poly resin, and then make a table out of it. In saying that though, that still sounds like something that Supreme would do. But no, I feel like they just went the plastic route. You feel me? Like, I feel like that is the case. I don't feel like they went to that effort. If they did went to that effort though, props to them, because that would actually be a lot cooler. Either way, if you do want this table, it is $250. I'd have to, you know, pull out a little measuring tape and actually see like how long and how big it's actually going to be, because when it says side table, I imagine it's going to be quite small, and you know, 16 inches by 13.5 inches and then 17 inches tall. Okay, doesn't mean a lot to me because only Americans use inches, and I'd actually still have to measure it out in centimeters to visualize it in my mind. But anyway, yeah, I'll have to look into it. Back to it though, it's a cool table. I would give this one a thumbs up. This would be really cool in like in a music room, or in like a streetwear kind of den, or a clothing den, that kind of room. It'd be nice to have that in there, most definitely. Into the tops / sweaters, we have the Bumblebee long sleeve football top. I actually think this is okay. I just kind of wish the colors were better. Like the color choices they've gone with are a bit hit or miss for me. Like, I don't mind the last two, but the first two here, they've missed the mark. The black and yellow does remind me of like the Wu-Tang Killer Bees, that whole thing, so that's kind of fun, even though bees are black and yellow. But for some reason I associate black and yellow with the Wu-Tang Clan more than I do with bees. There we go. And that last color is just a lot of fun as well. But yeah, those first two, I think you kind of lose me there, but I will give it a thumbs up though, because I do like those last two. Then we have the small box logo polo sweater. The striped ones, I think they're a miss. They're a miss for me. They don't do too much for me. But the solid colored ones at the back, the black and the white, I think there's some really nice polo sweaters there. Like, I think that's a really nice style. Very well done. I just don't know why they went with these weird striped colors ones. Like, it's just odd. Very, very odd. But yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up for the solid colored ones, most definitely. Moving into the hats, which we have a few of, we have the filled Cordura Crusher. What does that mean? Well, judging by the imagery, looking at the top of the hat, it looks like it's bulging a little bit. So I feel like when it says filled, it's filled with some kind of soft fabric to give it that like that puffer jacket, bloated kind of look. It's okay. It comes in some nice colors, but it's not doing too much for me. I like it in the black. I feel like, you know what? This would look very lovely with the ladies. I feel like, you know, you wear it with a, like, you just wear a simple white tank top, washed out blue jeans, white Air Force Ones, and one of these hats. The pink one, the blue one, the black one, whatever. I feel like that's just a nice, simple little outfit for ladies. Personally, like, I feel like that would work out quite well. I'm struggling to visualize how I would wear this in an outfit that I would put together, but when I see this type of thing, I am thinking that, yeah, I think the ladies would really benefit from that. I think that is a nice hat for them. But and I think maybe I'll give it a thumbs up for that. But for me personally, I wouldn't be able to incorporate, well, it just wouldn't work too well in my wardrobe. Really. Next, we move into the piece embroidered beanie. This looks atrocious. I can't believe this is more upvoted than the Crusher. Next, we have the jagged visor 6-panel. So the bill of the caps has been given a bit of color and spliced into it to give it this kind of, yeah, jagged look. I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down on that one. I like the logo though. I do like the Supreme logo. If we removed that graphic off the bill, I feel like we'd have a nice little hat there. And then we've got the snap pocket camp cap. So where the Supreme logo is, by the looks of it, there is a snap closure where you can put, I don't know, your AirPods, your coins. I don't know, there probably isn't much that you could really put into that hat, but it's fun. It comes in some nice colors. I just wish the buttons were more tonal so they don't stick out so much. They look okay on like the black and the navy and this like magenta, but like the gray, it kind of sticks out. The tan, it kind of sticks out. It could have been done better in those circumstances, but I'll give it a thumbs up for the other colors. Next, we have the big logo beanie, a classic beanie. Comes in so many colors this season. You can't go wrong with that. That's a nice hat for sure. Next, we've got the pants. We've got the work pants, just coming in a nice variety of colors. I can't think of a reason to not like this. I like it. A lot of the colors do get a bit too exotic for my wardrobe. Like, I can't imagine wearing purple pants in my wardrobe. But there are wardrobes and people that I see that could work well with. I think I'd just go a bit boring and go with the black ones. But yeah, I'll give that one a thumbs up. Next, we have the matching draw cord sweatpants to the hoodie we saw before. These are fine, but I wouldn't wear sweatpants. I like things with belt loops these days, but they're okay. Like, I can't beef with sweatpants that literally just have a small box logo on them and draw cords. Like, there's nothing really to beat up about them. I would give them a thumbs up. Next, we have the distressed loose fit selvage jeans. It's crazy, one, to see Supreme doing loose fit jeans, two, selvage jeans. And I really like the wash on them. I like the wash on them. I like the look of them. I like both colors. $300 though. You can get some really good denim for that price point though. Like, that's the thing you got to look at. Like, you got to look at, there are so many heritage brands out there, so many awesome Japanese denim brands that you could buy a pair of denim for around that price point. And then that makes me weigh up, like, do I want the Supreme ones or do I want the Japanese denim where they've been making this kind of denim for like decades? what am I going for here? The Supreme ones would have to fit really well and be amazing for me to justify it, but I do like them, so I will give them a thumbs up. But that's what I'd be weighing up when I'd be looking at these, because yeah, you could go get some fantastic denim at that price point. Next, we've got the jackets, and some quite nice ones actually. We've got, to start it off with, we've got the Supreme Shot Leather Car Coat. Love the leather, love the brand they're collaborating with, love the silhouette. I never love the price points for Supreme Shot collaborations, but what are you gonna do, man? It's what happens. I would definitely go, if you wanted a shot leather jacket, I'd be looking at like secondhand Japanese online stores, because they sell those for like less than $200, less than $100 in a lot of circumstances. So if you want to achieve that look but don't want to pay this collaborative price point, definitely go do that. But it is a very nice jacket. I will give it a thumbs up for it. Next, we have the velvet suit. Speaking of vintage opportunities, you could do the same thing here. It's not going to have the same thing because these have vertical pockets, so pockets that you enter vertically, which is very unconventional for a suit. It's very conventional for like a chore jacket or workwear. So it's interesting that Supreme has done that to a suit, or at least that's how I view it. Maybe I'm completely incorrect there, and someone who's really into tailoring can tell me a decade where that was really trendy, which it probably was for a decade, but at least suits these days, I'm not seeing these types of pockets being applied to the blazers. Like, that's cool, but outside of that, if you just wanted a velvet suit with matching velvet pants, the thrift shop would definitely have you covered for like a fraction of the price. Is it an okay suit? The colors it comes in, are they fine? Yeah, absolutely. It does come in another color as well, which is okay, but you got to weigh that up. Am I going to pay $600 for the Supreme suit with the like out of convention pockets, or am I going to go to the thrift store and spend like maybe maximum of like $100 and buy a much nicer one? I don't know. Next, we have two jackets that we can't really see what's on the back of them without going into them, so we got to click into them. Let's have a look. So we've got the piece embroidered work jacket. This thing looks thick. Look at it. It's like bulging, it's big. It looks like it's going to keep you warm. It's water resistant cotton blend with 3M, I guess, detailing to it. It's insulated, quilted lining, full zip closure with hidden Velcro pockets. There's a lot to it. You can see there's a lot of design, material aspects to it, but there's also a design or graphic design part to it as well. So on the front of it, it's kept pretty basic. There's just a Supreme logo on the left breast, nothing too wild. But then on the back of it, this is what you get. You get this huge embroidered logo, which says Supreme for Peace. Yeah, okay. That's kind of cool. We've got a skeleton pondering the orb, or in this case, Earth. Yeah, like it's cool for the price point it is, and all the different design aspects that you get to it, like the quilted lining and the water-resistant cotton blend. I think it's quite reasonable for the price point, like $288. I've seen Supreme charge a lot more for a lot less. And I think it's a really good price point. Both colors are really solid, both the navy and black. I love it, man. It's an awesome jacket. I'd love to own ideally the black one in an extra large, but I'd definitely go the navy as well. Let's go tap into the next jacket, which is going to be the New York City Coaches jacket. We'll click into this one. So Supreme on the left breast, simply on the back, Supreme New York City, probably the phone number, easy. Love it. Comes in a variety of different colors. Got the gold text on the back of the navy, orange and black and white. Very solid and nice color offerings. $150 for just an easy Coach's jacket. You can't complain about this. You can't complain about this. I'm definitely going to give that a thumbs up as well. Very nice piece, but that is all the jackets releasing this week. Moving into the collared shirts, we have, I guess, a collared shirt. We got the fleece zip up hooded shirt, which has this cheetah print all over it for the first two ones, and then the last one is black on black. Like the black on black ones are fine over shirt to wear. The front two, I think you got to have a very appropriate wardrobe and outfit to kind of work with those. It's an okay piece, like it's fine. It's $150 though. This is one of those pieces that I've talked about before where like if it was $50 secondhand, I'd pick it up, but you wouldn't catch me like running to it at the drop trying to pick it up for $150. Definitely not. But yeah, guys, that is week 11. Everything covered. We covered the release details, all the individual pieces, and my thoughts and opinions on it. How do I feel about this week? There's actually quite a bit in this week that I enjoyed. I really enjoyed the jackets. I liked the tops / sweaters. I enjoyed most of the hats. Yeah. No, it definitely had some parts that I was interested in. I actually really like the side table. I can imagine just having a really nice room filled with my vinyl records, filled with my clothing, and this in the center of it, or like next to a couch in it or something like that. Like I could visualize having a use for this. But yeah, that is everything I really have to say about. Oh, I really like the denim. Sorry, the salvage denim was really cool as well. But yeah, that's really everything I have to say about week 6, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on week 6. If it's a hit for you or a miss for you, let me know down in that comment section below. But that is everything covered in week 11 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 23 season, guys. We covered the release details, we covered the individual pieces, my thoughts on said pieces, and my thoughts on the week as a whole. Now I want to have that conversation with you guys down in that comment section below about what you're looking to pick up from week 11. Are you going for the denim? Are you going for the table? It's really weird to say that the table is cheaper than the denim. Or maybe you just want a nice hat. Maybe you just want a nice hat from week 11. Let me know what you're going to be picking up down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming Supreme releases, upcoming Supreme drops, you've just got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator that you can give me is subscribe to the channel. And if you have subscribed to the channel, tell a couple mates, and hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we can reach the milestone of 3,740 subscribers before the end of November. But that is everything I got to say about week 6 though. I wish you guys the best of luck if you're going for something. No. But that is everything I have to say about week 11, guys. That is everything that I have to cover about it. I wish you the best of luck if you're trying to go for something from week 11. Hopefully with your guys, what am I saying? But that is everything I got to say about week 11, guys. I wish you the best of luck if you're going for anything from week 11. Hopefully you can pick up what you're after in the size and color that you're after. But until the next Supreme video, until the next drop list video, until the next streetwear talk video in general, guys, I'll catch you later.